Yo, what's up, Newark? I'm here in the snow right now, but I just wanted to come make this video to add some context before you watch the conversation that you're about to watch. I didn't know this woman. She saw the progress that I made in my Central Ward council race, and she believed in me. And ever since then, she's been going hard. She did tell me about her story working with the current administration and everything that they accused her of. And you know what? She's been honest with me from the beginning. My strategy is more nerdy, is more analytical, is more honest and direct. I'm not gonna be the rah-rah person all the time. So I need people around me that's gonna fill in those gaps where I'm missing. And Queen is one of those people. I personally have a lot of compassion for people like Queen because she represents the people who I truly want to serve, and that's the people that's in the trenches. I hope you enjoy the conversation, and if there's anything you want to say to Queen, put it in the comments and let's chat about it. Peace, North. Before we continue, I personally want to know why so many people have beef with you. Like, what's going on? Let's just start there.
It's not even so much of having beef. It's like this, right? When you a loyal person and you being loyal to people and you figuring out that they're not loyal the same way as you are, and then you take a step backwards, that's where the beef part come in for them. Because I know I started out with these people in 2009 of March. So my aunt had custody of me. So when people get custody of you, they become your parents. Those are your guardians. And she goes, "Hey, did you hear about your brother?" I'm like, "No, why? What's going on?" And she explains to me how he was locked up, and then all of a sudden that he got killed in a jail. I was living on South 12th Street, and one of my neighbors was like, "Hey, you need to go talk to street doctor Donna Jackson and Cassandra Dot." I don't know none of these people because I wasn't into what they into. So I went because I was really hurt about what happened. So I went down there and I met this street doctor. I met Donna Jackson. I met Cassandra Dot. So I was there and I'm listening. And one of the sisters, her name was Queen Ciasia, she said, "Hey, you need to get the mic and you need to speak." And I'm like, "Speak? Like on the mic in front of the people?" That's when I got to meet Raz Baraka, where he wasn't nothing but a community person, an activist, a principal, just like me, right? I got to meet him. I got to meet other people that was around him. And I just thought he was a dope dude. Like, oh, I'm feeling what dude's saying, because sometimes what people say, it means a lot. And I was feeling him because it had some power behind it. Even to this day, he got power. I was feeling everything that was going on. It was just like the right thing to do, because I'm fighting for something that makes sense, and it's not me being in a gang, probably selling drugs and doing this and doing that, things I wasn't even raised to do, making my family look bad, making me look bad. So sometime in a point of life, you change. And between that time and now, I've changed. And sometimes people call disloyalty when you don't look or act like them no more. And I guess that's what this is.
Got it. So you are amongst one of the many community leaders and community people out there who were once on Roz's side and Roz's team.
You couldn't say nothing bad about them. Nothing bad.
What would you do if someone said something bad about them?
I was ready to fight. I'm being honest. Because looking up to him back then, it was like a thing, because like I said, he was strong. And I used to be at the mic like, "Yeah, now introducing our next mayor, Raz Baraka." He'd be like, "Don't say that. I don't want to be the mayor." And he kept, every time I would say it, he'd be like, "No."
Oh, so you was
I
manifesting
believed
for
in him, yeah.
So you walked away from working for them, or you
I
got
didn't
fired?
actually walk away.
Yeah,
So
like what happened?
they actually had me at the health department. We started, well, it was his idea. It was called the Model Neighborhood Initiative, right? And that consists of the health department, the fire department, the police department, and other entities that came out. And we would go door to door, from buildings to houses, just trying to figure out what it is that the community needed. And I thought it was an amazing project. Somehow they didn't want it no more. They kept putting me in all these different positions in the health department. I worked in all 3 buildings. And I kept saying, why am I in all these different positions and I'm not certified for this stuff
So you said that they was putting you in positions that you felt you wasn't qualified for?
at all. My heart was qualified.
Yeah.
But as far as certification, no, I wasn't.
Okay. And then you just quit?
No, I did not quit. So we had a lab problem within the city of Newark. And I was assisting the doctor that was doing the lead checking for the students or the parents that would come to bring their kids. And I would call them to schedule appointments, or they would call in, I would answer the phone, make appointments for them to come in. And one day, it was in the summer, it was really hot. I lived on Chancellor Avenue across from Weequahic High School, and the light bill, for some reason, was $43,000. And I was like, what? And they cut my lights off. And I had kids. I had a baby. And I was upset, like, oh my God, like, who's going to help? Like, I need these lights back on. So I wasn't even at work at all. One of my workers, my coworkers pulled up. I think my one of the directors, she sent them to me to give me some paper to show PSE&G because I had just moved there, so I didn't accumulate $43,000. So I gets this call from the job, and they're like, Dannisha, you wasn't at work today, right? I'm like, no, I'm still not at work. I'm sitting in my car waiting for PSE&G. So somehow, it ain't no somehow, there was a person that I was working with signed, because we were able to do our own timesheet. So he signed my time in for the day that I was at home as if I was at work. But he also stated to them when they found out that he did it, because he told them I did it because he didn't want to get me in trouble. At least this is what I was told, right? He was like, I told him you didn't have nothing to do with it, blah, blah, blah. But here's the bigger thing. If I stole time or stole anything, all I got was fired. But I'm still working in places dealing with cash and all this other stuff. And nobody has ever said I stole.
You mentioning that because that's what you think people saying behind the scenes about you now?
Yeah, ironically, there was something that happened yesterday, and Lamont Vaughn said, oh, yeah, you used to work for the city. You had 2 jobs, because I used to work for sanitation, too.
Okay.
So maybe I stole a garbage can or something. I don't know. Stole the trash that was supposed to pick up. I don't know. Let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of things within the city that is corrupt, and I don't know if it's been fixed or they're fixing it or it got worse.
And this is why I like having these conversations with you, because as people say, like, you know where the bodies are buried in City Hall. Like, you know, like, not the real bodies. I don't know if it's real bodies in there. One thing you and I was talking about before was an ordinance that stopped women from having to sleep with men in order to get promotions.
Absolutely. So, yeah, because I came out with my article, it went nowhere. I tried to press charges. It went nowhere.
Wait, so you tried to press charges about what?
So I was sexually assaulted by Obalaji, Jones, Baraka, wherever you want to call him. But yeah, I started a No Means No movement.
Wait, this was on public record that you tried.
There's an article. Whenever you pull up any of their names, I pop up. Even when I pull my own name up, they pop up. Because every time something happens in the city for our sexual assault, my name seems to be in the article.
So you called one of them out for sexual harassment and
Yes.
you put it out there publicly. That's probably why they don't like you then, right?
Well, why would you like somebody telling the truth if it's the truth?
So you was like a whistleblower.
But here's the thing. The same way how I was saying something about OB, right? There was people like, oh, you know, Raz and Mitty. I'm like, hold, pause, because I'm fair. I'm very fair, and I'm loyal to my own heart. I don't know nothing about them if they did something like that. I could only attest for what happened to me and who did it.
All right, so you called them out, and there was an article written about this. So how are you able to still remain friends with them if you called them out?
Friends. I don't think they like me like that.
They don't like you like that?
No.
So like you're
Especially
just
after-
cordial when you
like-
see them?
I'm always, like, I'm not that kind of person. And somebody else was telling me, like, Queen, you know you a good person and you always helping people. Don't act like them. be different. If you see them and you speak, you did your part if they don't say nothing back. And I'm okay with saying something. It's like when they see me on the scene, they automatically think I'm about to, as they say, antagonize them. Like, if you did nothing wrong, why am I antagonizing you? I always tell people my phone is my weapon. And if you're not doing nothing wrong, you shouldn't be mad if I'm pulling it out. That's my first line of defense, my phone. Other people is their guns, their weapons. Mine is my phone. So if people get offended, I apologize by that, but I always say it every time I go live. That is my first line of defense. I'm sorry.
What type of mayor do you think the city needs right now in this moment?
We need somebody with time. Somebody that I don't have to make an appointment to go downtown and say, hey, young blood, can we have a conversation really quick? And he replies because he got the time. That's not partying and going to these different countries, these different states and towns, that has the time to actually meet with the community. Somebody that will say, well, I've had more than 2 people come in here about the same information. Let me just give a town hall meeting so I can hear the community out. We need a mayor that's going to be wholeheartedly involved. We need a mayor that's going to have a heart to care about nothing but the community. We need a mayor that's going to run rampantly and tirelessly throughout the whole city to figure out what are the needs in this community.
What do you have to say for the people out there who think that me working with you could harm me?
When a person feels like I'm a threat to a person that we need in our city, and all I'm doing is some of the things that this person might need me to help them do, I find that very problematic, because at this point, we all need to learn how to work together to get to this point where we are trying to elect a new government within our city. We need new mayors. We need new council people, because we need people to get to work. Some of these people that's complaining don't live in the city of Newark. Mm-hmm. And that our problem is not your problem, and you almost in the way. Instead of you helping with the situation, you're hindering us from stepping up that ladder even more than where we can go. Like, work with me. I'm approachable. Mm-hmm. But you're not going to approach me and tell me what I should do when my heart run off of love and loyalty. And most and foremost, it runs off of my higher power. My higher power is what gives me the strength to get out here and do the things that I need to do for my community. So if you want some beef, you need to talk to my higher power and tell him to calm me down, which I don't think he's going to do.
I can agree with that, because I was at a point in my campaign where most of my outreach has been digital.
Right.
I did great on digital, and I continue to do great on digital because I know how to use the internet. But I needed to take the next step for this mayoral race, and I need to hit the streets.
Right.
And that's when you came into my life.
Right.
Like, I had no idea how I was going to get it done.
Right.
And then you just showed up at one of our meetings, and I was like, oh, that's the person I was talking to
Right.
on Facebook.
It'd be weird sometimes, right?
Because I didn't see no pictures or anything. We just was messaging and talking. And then when I saw you in real life, and I've the other people that came to the meeting, they vouched for you, and they said, oh, she's very outspoken, and she's
Right.
going to be her true self, and she authentic, but they could tell that there was someone with compassion. Mm-hmm. And that's why they was like, okay, yeah, we can continue to work with her. So that's why, despite what people may say online, this is why I continue to work with Queen, because the people that I was close to, they vouched for her. And you haven't done anything to make me question your integrity.
Right. And if I do, check me. Everybody's
no, for sure.
checkable.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Queen, check me.
But I have to be honest, you haven't done anything yet.
Right. Like, we don't want to say yeah. Don't be putting that in there.
I'm just trying to say
No.
you haven't done anything. So everything you said that you was going to do, you came through, you followed through.
Right.
We've been out there knocking on some doors. You
Absolutely.
said you got a community of other people who's down, willing to help and volunteer. So again, I appreciate that, and let's go win this thing.
Hey, We gonna win. We already won.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
already won. When you get the attention from the community and they're saying things like, I've seen other people run, but I've never seen them give them the attention that they're giving you. I'm seeing what you can do. I'm seeing the things that you have done. And a lot of people don't even know that. And because we've gotten closer and I'm talking to your mom and we have a relationship, I know what you can do. A lot of these people, they may say, well, he doesn't have experience. What is experience when you have a heart to love a community that you know you can fix?
I like to say they are right. I don't have experience in the corruption. I don't have experience in the sexual harassment.
Like it.
I don't have any of that experience that has plagued our city for so long. And in fact, I think what we need right now at this moment are people to go in City Hall who don't have as much experience with how things were ran before. Because when you get that type of experience, you only learn to continue the status quo. But if you
Right.
get new people in there who just want to do something totally new, that's when you get transformation of government. And I wish our people wake up to that. Like, we need something totally new that is not attached to anything we've done previously. I like the idea of empowering the community leaders that are out there in the community doing things already,
Right.
because their passion is there. If they are doing that without the assistance of City Hall, imagine what they could do with the assistance. So I
Right.
always thought that empowering you and other members of all wards to just continue to do what y'all doing to help the community, because
Right.
I'm convinced that City Hall is not going to be able to solve all the problems.
We are going against the current administration that has hired different people from the city, something similar to what you're saying, but in a different form. They're fighting for their jobs. So these are going to be the bullying tactics coming from innocent people that don't understand that they're innocent, that's working with the current administration. But if they knew they was doing the right work, they would still be working even when you get in the seat.
Listen, I'm going to end on this note. If you are a City Hall employee and you are great at your job and you love your job and your coworkers love you and you've been adding actual value to the city, there's no way we could justify firing you. There's just no
I
way.
think that's fair.
If you are on the city payroll, if you're a police officer, if you are a fireman, if you are a part of the health department and you are great at your job, there is no way you're getting fired. That just doesn't make any sense.
At all.
You have way too much experience and wisdom that we need. The last thing I need for you, Queen, I need you to look in the camera and give a final message to the people who love you and the people who say they don't like you.
Okay, so here's my final message to everyone that has been watching. I want to thank you guys for watching myself and our new soon to be Mayor Jamar Youngblood. People can't see how you vote. You can silently vote for whoever you want. You don't have to broadcast how you feel about your vote. Make that vote more efficient for you and the future of the children that we have in our community, because they need us. They need that vote from us for them, because we need change for our youth. And to those that think that I'm probably the worst person to deal with or to work with, that's not true. I'm very approachable. If you had a beef with me or you think I'm beefing with you, let's make amends. I'm willing to make amends with anybody that finds that I'm problematic to any situation.
Peace, Newark. See y'all later.
Deuce.